Finally tonight, what a week it's been to be a sports fan in the tri-state. From national champions to state runners-up to a boxing world title fight to coaches getting new jobs. It's time to play the game for Peltier's Plays of the Week.
And one game a year, we'll get it on.
Time to play the game! It's all about the game, and how you play it, all about control. If you can take it, it's all about you. And if you can play it, it's all about me. Who's gonna make it? I am the game, you don't wanna play me. I am control, no way you can shake me. I am heavy, that's the way you can pay me. I am the pain, and I know you can't take me.
Martial arts and self-defense have been a part of world history for thousands of years. So in this week's Soki Top 5, we're going to give you all the reasons people get involved and all of the benefits.
As far as the individual, it all depends on the individual. When I interview someone for class, I can pretty much tell you why they're here.
Good job, good spacing.
Many people have a lot of different reasons for taking self-defense and martial arts classes.
Personally, for me, it's very empowering as a woman in a martial art.
Now, this was no easy task, but with the help of some world-class instructors, here's the top 5 reasons people study martial arts and self-defense. Number 5, it's a great family activity.
Well, I think one thing more or least prevalent is it's also very, very important, is they like to do as a family activity.
Bobby Sharon is a world-renowned Taekwondo grandmaster and has been practicing for 40 years.
They like to come in with their spouse or they one of their children, and it's an activity in which they can do things together and be on the same level of learning and helping each other along that path. It brings a unity within the family, a real closeness. something that they can share with each other.
Number 4, self-confidence.
They get such a boost for that, the self-confidence goes through the roof.
We've had so many women come through here in a trial class who can't raise their voice to key up loudly. And they leave here after half an hour and they're just pumped up because they can kick, and they break a board by the time they leave here with their foot. Whoever thought? I never thought I'd break boards with my feet. I never.
Number 3, respect and discipline.
If you would ask a child why they are here, they would like to be a ninja warrior type person, something they've seen on TV, a Power Ranger or something. But if you ask the parents of that child why they're here, I think more often than not, it's for the discipline of the martial art. And we hear it all the time. You know, my child needs more discipline. Are you disciplined? What does your school offer discipline? Well, yes, that's the number one thing that a martial art is. It is a discipline.
Number 2, physical and mental fitness.
It's not about lifting a whole lot of weights. I've had guys here before 409 pounds, got him all the way down 262 pounds.
Billy Scott is an MMA trainer and catch wrestling champion with an extensive career in Japan.
It is you do start to feel better. You do start to feel like you can go do different things as far as you can push yourself above and beyond more than what you think so.
And not surprisingly, the number 1 reason? Self-defense.
Number 1 is becoming more and more. Number 1 is self-defense. Now, self-defense from adults, self-defense from children. Children have to be taught when to use self-defense. Self-defense is on their minds when they're taught in class to fight. They're taught to fight so they don't have to fight. So they know they don't have to fight. They have the confidence they don't have to fight.
Someone, if they feel very strong, if they're a very strong person, they usually try to be dominant with other people with strength. But what I try to do is in my classes is I try to take that away from them and basically wear them out, and then I'm able to try to show them the technique. The main thing is basically is that it's not about being the biggest or the quickest. It's about understanding self-confidence that you can do anything as long as you put yourself to it, and you will get out of it what you put into it.
And we want to thank all the instructors for taking time out of their busy class schedule to help us out putting this story together. I'm Bill Doris, reminding you, if you see us out and about, give us 5, Bowling Green.
The Office of Immigration Statistics reports more than 700,000 people became naturalized citizens in 2006. In Bowling Green, 150 people attended the citizenship classes at the International Center during the last fiscal year. Currently, there are around 15 people in the classes. Now, with so many people trying to become citizens of the United States, we took a look at what they have to do to live the American dream and to see if you could pass the test. Love is what brought Heidi Duncan to the United States more than 30 years ago. She met her husband while he was stationed in Italy.
We got married over there, we had a child over there, and when the baby was 3 months old, we moved over here to Kentucky.
After living in the United States for 3 decades, Heidi had a choice: to get another green card or to become an American citizen.
I've been living here so long, so I thought it's about time to join my family to get my citizenship.
Heidi went to the Bowling Green International Center to learn what she had to do to become an American. She filled out paperwork documenting her time in Italy and the U.S. She was fingerprinted. Then Heidi had to wait almost a year to see if she would be eligible to take the test.
I had to study the questions, history, the government, and just a little bit of everything about the U.S.
With so many people wanting to live the American dream, we took to the streets to see how you would do answering the questions on the citizenship test. What are the colors on the flag?
Red, white, and blue.
How many stars are there on the flag, and what do they mean?
Every star is every state, and we have 51, 52. How many do we have? 51?
There's 51 stars, and that stands for the states in the Union.
50 even?
50 even.
50 even?
Okay, there's 50. Whatever you say.
Now, what's a change to the Constitution called?
I don't know. What is it?
An
Amendments.
All right.
Yes, thank you.
And now, do you know how many amendments there are to the Constitution?
21 or 22, I think.
A bunch.
26 maybe? 25? 27.
27. Who are our senators for Kentucky?
Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell.
Yes, I've been to his office. I don't know.
Jim Bunning was the other one. He said, give me liberty or give me death.
Patrick Henry.
I had that on my questions. Patrick Henry.
She's now living the American dream as an American citizen.
It feels good to be an American.
Heidi now volunteers at the International Center so she can help others study for their test.
Bowling Green native Josh Phelps has been an MMA fighter for 5 years.
I saw Chuck Liddell get knocked out by Quentin Rampage, and when I saw that, I was like, that's what I want to do.
But Josh will be the first one to tell you breaking into this sport isn't for everyone.
Between working a full-time job and training, I'm up here anywhere from 2 hours to 3 or 4 hours each day working on top of my full-time job. Cutting weight, right now I'm in the weight cutting process.
Stressful sometimes of him, like right now cutting the weight. He is grouchy, he's kind of, nervous, he's up and down. You kind of have to stay away from him and stuff. It's harder when it's fight time 2 to 3 weeks out.
Lucky for Josh, he has a wonderful support system in his fiancée, Stephanie.
He's put in so much time and sweat into the gym. It's unreal. He's there more. I don't see him as much. I see him maybe an hour a day. That's it. He's always at that gym training.
But training him is just like I have a couple of sons myself, so it's like it's having a son and watching him grow. It's really a satisfaction on my part as a coach that things are coming. He's starting to pick up on things and making things work for him.
Billy Scott has been Josh's trainer since day one, and as a former fighter himself, he realizes it's never an easy life.
You have family. You have to put this training, has to be focused on your training.
Whether he wins or loses a fight, he always knows Billy and Stephanie have his back.
No, it's not easy, but I'll make the time for him. He would do the same for me. If I was out there pursuing my goals and careers and dreams, he would do the same thing.
And mixed martial arts has given him much more than what happens inside the cage.
Self-control, self-respect, confidence. Now walk around with my head up. I used to not have that self-confidence, but now I do.
Our playoffs now continue with Team Blake's former Christian music singer with big country dreams. Here's more on Justin Rivers.
My experience on The Voice was one that was pretty exciting. It was a roller coaster ride.
6 months ago, Justin Rivers was a worship pastor who had given up on his dream of becoming a recording artist. Today, he's a worship pastor with 60,000 followers on Twitter and thousands of fans from across the nation. All of that thanks to NBC's The Voice.
I think I went and auditioned in August of last year. And, you go through a series of waiting, and they kind of filter out some people, and, you have to kind of make the cut, so to speak. And thankfully they called me back, and I was able to go start that at the first of the year.
That's when Justin had a blind audition in front of celebrity judges Adam Levine, Shakira, Usher, and Blake Shelton. It was country artist Blake who turned his chair and became Justin's coach, giving him a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Behind the scenes stuff was a ton of makeup, a ton of rehearsals, a ton of it really is kind of the glamorous life. They chauffeur you around and more or less roll out the red carpet, and they have catering everywhere. So it's kind of this grand scene, if you will, of just kind of a rock star lifestyle.
But that lifestyle meant time away from family, friends, and the support of those back home.
Being out there, you're kind of isolated, if you will, and sequestered at this undisclosed location, that they don't want you out in the public eye too much, and you don't have a lot of liberty to break away and do very many things. But thankfully I was still able to keep in touch and Skype and connect with my family here.
And for Justin, it was those at home who gave him the encouragement he needed to follow a dream that began on a church stage and ended on a national television program.
Thankfully, I've got a great support system here. You know, my church was extremely supportive, my pastor, Greg Farrell, and of course my wife, you know, who I couldn't do any of this without.